So money has to be earned. You have to call it. If you call it, it will come, but it has to be earned. You have to do something. One of the things I've been really working on is developing the key ways that help me to manifest and to bring to my life the things that I want. Now, I know what the process is, and I'm not saying it's easy because it is a continued idea and a continued work and focus that you need to have. And that's not always easy because we get so distracted, as I just mentioned. But when you call money, then you start to focus on it. And see, whatever you focus on, you get. So if you focus on earning money, then you're going to start earning money. If you focus on how empty your checkbook is, you will continue to have an empty checkbook. And that's where most people go wrong. Wealthy people do not have a difficult time discussing money and discussing ideas and discussing how they can accomplish something. And they do not allow the negative thoughts of, you can't do it, or you don't have the resources, or you don't have this and you don't have that. They don't worry about that. They come up with the idea and then they allow themselves to figure it out. That's what we have to do. That's exactly what we have to do. We have to become comfortable talking about money and not thinking of it as an obstacle. If you see something that you want to do and you know it's going to cost $500,000 or $1 million or whatever, don't allow that money to stop you. Start thinking about how you can make it happen. What people could you go to for support? Who could you get as an investor? Things like that. You've got to start thinking beyond the limiting beliefs that you have. See yourself already in possession of it happening. Feel what it's like when you have accomplished that goal. When I was working with a construction company and I was taking them from 180,000 to, they eventually went to 10 million after I'd been working with them for a while. Wasn't overnight. It was, took over about 6 years. They had to start seeing themselves as wealthy. And I remember one conversation we had, and it was a husband and wife, and the husband wanted to get this new truck. And he was so excited about it because he wanted to have it in a way that would help the construction company. And his wife was like, I don't think we can afford it. And she was clamping down on the money. And she said, there's this truck out here and, maybe doesn't look as nice. And I said, what is the image you want people to see about your business? Do you want them to see you as successful, or do you want them to see you as struggling? Because he wanted to get signs on and everything, And it really wasn't that much difference in the payment between that new truck and that used truck. So they got the new truck. And you see, not only did it present an image to the community of who they were, but it made them feel good too, because they had a truck that spoke to the world about who they were. Now, it was just a little thing, but that's the kind of things we have to do. We have to see ourselves in the position. They had to see themselves as successful so that they could finally get the truck that they wanted. Now, I'm not saying you go spend money before you have it. And the situation was different. But what I'm saying is that you have to look at who you are and project who you are to the world first. And then you'll start to reap those rewards. But most of us don't so long enough. So feel the wealth within inside of you. Feel what it's going to be like. Now, you can just do that in your imagination. So you decide, maybe you have these mounting bills. See what it's like as you're writing those checks and paying them off, and how excited you are as you're paying off every single bill. Be grateful that you have the money to pay them off. See yourself as the success that you want to be. If it's a new position at work, see yourself already in that position. Think in your mind about the conversations you're going to have, about how you would rework things so that when you get that position, either in your company or in a company similar to it, you know exactly what to do.